Today we are using buttercream in order to make these stunning daisies and the daffodil that you can see on top of this cupcake. This is called rolled buttercream, and I'm going to give you a full recipe breakdown during this content. We're going to jump straight in there and I'm going to show you everything in detail. Those small balls just at the back, the yellow and the orange, those are actually buttercream. It's just 3 ingredients. It's traditional buttercream, but the added ingredient makes it pliable, and I wanted to see if we could use this to make some sugar flowers. As always, everything you need to know step by step. Let's make a start. We need to start by colouring our rolled buttercream. I am using normal food colouring. These ones are by Rainbow Dust. What I have in my hands here is the rolled buttercream. You can see how lovely and pliable it is. Now you can tell it's not fondant if you look at the greasiness that I'm getting on my fingertips. It can be quite deceiving sometimes when your brain's working with this because it really does feel like fondant. However, you have to remember the main ingredient is butter. So as it gets softer, it can become a little bit more difficult to work with, which is why we will be using the fridge. However, to colour it, just colour it like you would normal fondant. Simply add a small amount of food colouring and knead it in. Today we are going to be using the Daffodils Silicone Mould by Katie Sue. This is widely available, however you can use any mould that you choose, and this particular one looks just like this. We're going to start with the centre of the daffodils. Start by adding plenty of icing sugar and then simply take your rolled buttercream and take your time pushing them into each indentation. The reason you want to add plenty of icing sugar is to help this release from the mould. That buttercream will soak it all up. Once applied, simply place this directly into a fridge. So by placing it in the fridge, it's allowed your butter to go just that little bit harder. It will still be pliable, but you're able to release these from the mould, as you can see here, with ease. Eventually, the buttercream is going to sweat enough and it will absorb all of the icing sugar, so that's not a concern. You then want to treat this very carefully. I had to do this a couple of times to get it just right. Do you see how I just stroked it there with my finger? I did that because it warms it back up again. And by warming it up, I'm able to turn it into the centre of a daffodil. Very simple to do. I then place it upside down and back into the fridge. I also did this with the larger piece, but I found this one a little bit too big to place directly onto my cupcake. We now need to create the petals, so again an awful lot of icing sugar, and this time I'm going to be using the yellow rolled buttercream. Now these are a little bit more fragile and they can be a little bit more difficult to work with. I make the petals for both the large daffodil but also the small one. As mentioned at the beginning of this content, I found the smaller daffodil the perfect size for a cupcake. However, I do both on this occasion. When you have done this, you then simply want to place it back into your fridge. Your fridge is your friend. That butter will go lovely and hard and they will release from this mould with ease. So this is how fragile these ones are, but here you can see me successfully release it from the mould. Now when we start working with it with the centre, it does get a little bit more tricky. But the fact that this is doable, and the more you work with it and you get used to the texture and when it needs to go in the fridge, even better. So here I have a centre that's been in the fridge, and here you can see on the right hand side of the screen what we're aiming to achieve. So how do we stick them together? I have found you don't need any edible glue. The condensation when you're taking them back out of the fridge acts as a natural glue. And you want to start by placing the centre just like this and then placing it back into the fridge. Those sides are not going to stick up unless you turn it upside down. So what I then did for the piece that is already set, that was on the right hand side of the screen, which I'm going to bring in and show you now, this one, That's been kept in the fridge upside down, just like that. So if you keep them upside down, the petals will end up going into the correct shape, and then I simply place my next lot of petals directly over the top and place this back into the fridge until it's ready to go on the cupcake. Now I'm going to show you the basic recipe for rolled buttercream frosting. Recipe breakdown for rolled buttercream. You will need butter, icing sugar and the magic ingredient, liquid glucose. If you use 100 grams of butter, you will need equal amounts of liquid glucose. So for every 100 grams of butter, you would use 100 grams of liquid glucose. You then want to times this by 3.5 to get the measurements for the icing sugar. So in the rolled buttercream that I made for this, I used 100 grams of butter, 100 grams of liquid glucose and 350 grams of icing sugar. You would simply beat your butter in a mixer, add your flavouring and liquid glucose and then simply beat that and finally add your icing sugar. When kneading this together, you would then simply add a little bit more icing sugar to the surface until it becomes perfectly pliable. If you go to the top right hand of the corner and want to see a more detailed tutorial and method on how to do this, simply go there now and click. Just to show you very quickly, for the daisies, I use this filler flowers mould, again by Katie Sue, and it's the ones in the top centre that gave off that beautiful finishing effect on my cupcake. So this is it coming out of the fridge. All I did was add icing sugar, added my rolled buttercream. I added a small amount of yellow first. I did not place it in the fridge, and then I added the rest of the buttercream and then I placed it in the fridge. And you ended up with your perfect daisy. How delicate and beautiful does that look? But can you actually get your head round the fact it is all buttercream? Using a small grass nozzle, gem number 233 that looks just like this, and my buttercream recipe that you will find in the description below this video, I simply piped a grass-like effect directly on top of my cupcake. All you need to do then is add your refrigerated daffodil directly to your piped cupcake. Just get it in position and it really is as simple as that. I then also go on to add those miniature daisies that I absolutely love. And if you paid attention to that filler flowers mold, there were so many other flowers that I could have used on there. So great mold to have in your collection. But how simple was that to make? And can you actually believe it's all buttercream? No fondant accents. The daisies are buttercream, the daffodil is buttercream, the grass is buttercream. So for those of you who work with buttercream and want all of the work on there to be buttercream, it is now possible, even when it comes to detailed 3D flowers. Thank you everyone for your amazing support, and I'll be back soon with an awful lot more new, completely free content.